Hello, good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. As always, everyone have an amazing day. 3 things I am thankful for: patterns and designs. What else? I don't know how to do this. Brushes and combs. I think I did it already. Cameras and bags. You know, it's so crazy. Excuse me. I got stuff in this room and I still be looking at it like I'm not sure. I think certain things is based off what I talk about sometimes. But anyway, it is what it is. Okay, so this morning I woke up. It's like 1 something, I think almost 2. And I saw a couple of videos. One about basically free slaves that was, well, people that was free, or African Americans that was free, and basically Indians in that sense. I wasn't going to say anything, but now I can hold certain conversations. Don't mean I'm going to say everything just yet, but little by little. So, I talked about Indians, right? I talked about Indians, and I said that Africans are the original Indians. Okay, that's true. However, I need to explain some extra details because I don't want it to cause confusion. Okay, so my brain is, everything's coming in, so I'm gonna just talk as normal, and I'm learning this as I talk. Okay, my energy saying it's time for me to know the next step. So as I talk, and y'all know I'm in this where I can hear that noise, but my energy is telling me the next step or what has happened in the past. Okay, so I told y'all that I originally came to America at the beginning of time when everything happened. Okay, but what happened was, as I told you, it was darker complected. But what happened was, after a while, my family came. Someone from my family came and found me. Okay, so I'm gonna say it like this: I've always been here. Okay, I've always been on Earth. Like, my spirit can travel, but I always been inside of a flesh. Okay, a flesh form. So my spirit travels. So how can I say it? In every, not every decade, every century, something changes up about me. Okay, each century I have a different story. So it's like a new book, how things change. So each time it's like if everything started all over again for me. Okay, so I don't want to confuse y'all, but when it comes to me, it's like every certain amount of time, a new chapter opens for me, and I start all over again, and then I go missing in action, and then people find me again. Okay, because y'all see I glow up. So after a while, somebody sees me because I'm a very positive person. After a while, someone catches me, and then I go missing, and they do what they do, and I find a way to go missing in action again. Okay, so a little bit hide and seek, So back to the main thing. All right, so the original form was darker complected. All right. Unfortunately, I know y'all might not want to hear this, but I'm going to say it like this. When it comes to DNA testing, we all know the government over history has always dabbled in that. Okay, so don't matter what type of DNA testing thing you go through, they always get the results first. Okay, and they always was able to change the results to wherever they needed, so that the story never gets out. Because no one in history is supposed to have found out about me. I supposed to have been dead long time ago. But my behind somehow keeps coming back. I don't know why. I just love life. So, in order to keep me hidden, so y'all wouldn't never know about me. And just to let you know, over here I have this light. As you see, it's one color. Over here is just a regular light. Okay, my energy is flickering. All right, just let you know, if you see that change up, it's because my energy levels. So yeah, just to let you know that, because I don't want y'all to think, did you have a flashing light? No, it's my energy going flickering. It's but anyway, so yeah, so the governments, they always can alter the DNA. All right, so whenever y'all find out what races or your ethnic, y'all know that word. Lately, certain words I can't get out for some reason. Okay, because time is changing, and okay, let me go back a step, because in order for me to be able to tell this, I need to tell this truth. So, reason why I couldn't say certain things is because we were still stuck in the old time. If I would have said anything that comes out of my mouth, I can manifest very fast. Okay, it can be at present time or future time, and it can also alter the past. So when certain information I wasn't allowed to be able to present, because that would change what has happened, and we want to keep everything the way it is so we can just move forward. Reason why we've been stumped for so long is because these people been dabbling into my thoughts, and they kept changing time. That's why it feels like time has been stalling for people. It's because they kept going in the past, alternate, and I had to keep going in the past and fixing stuff. That's what kept me stuck. That's why a lot of things is the way it is, or was, because of the fact people kept tapping into my, the ones that stole my energy. They kept changing stuff to benefit them. So the best way I can explain that is hot tub time machine. Hot tub time machine. When they went into the water and all of that or whatever, and how at the end the guy altered stuff for his own thing, that's what has happened. Okay, people go in time, find out what the future holds, take the blessings from whoever the person supposed to have been, and then they'll go and put it as their own. And that's how a lot of people became successful. They kept jumping time, finding out what was going to be talked about by me, and that's how they done a lot of stuff. So that's what happened. And they could do that as long as they had my energy. Now, I'm in control of my own energy. Those people can't even get into my energy anymore. They don't even know what I'm talking about. Okay? They do, but they don't understand a lot of stuff. It's like they just don't understand. It don't even matter. They can't do nothing. Okay. But anyway, now I can explain stuff because I have the control back, and everything is playing out the way it needs to. As y'all see in the world, all the truths are coming out. So we can move forward and know what's right, what's wrong, and how we can push forward. So with this message I'm saying, I don't want y'all to get mad. So when it comes to Indians, right, the ones that's out here now, I don't want y'all to get mad, and I don't want anybody else to get mad at y'all. All right? This is going to be a peaceful conversation. You didn't know. For the ones that didn't know, which is the masses didn't know. So this is not, let's go steal, let's go take, let's do this and do that. Everything is going to work out in divine timing. Okay? If you cause a ruckus, you're gonna feel me. Okay? Because we can't have that. All right? So back to this Indian thing. All right? Hold on a second. Okay. Energy trying to screw with me, but it's part of the process. So Indians, in order to be an authentic Indian of the land, you have to have pure blood. Pure blood. Pure blood. That means your bloodline cannot be tainted at all. That means you have to be 100% one DNA or one, the race, however you want to call it. So you can't have all these different things. All right, that's a pure, or I'll call it purebred. Y'all supposed to be purebreds of the land. All right, I'm about to sit back and explain to you how y'all not. The ones that are claiming it now. Okay, one, you're not 100% pure. Okay, you're mixed. All right, and I'm gonna explain how. You're mixed by a couple different things, and how this happened is this: when it came to me being here, they got mad, and they needed me to have my blood tainted, so that other races and other people can be part of my bloodline. In order to do that, that's how they could keep spells on me, keep me tacked and stuff. That's what they thought at the time. Okay, that's how they could keep me bound and attached to other races so that I wouldn't know my true identity. They did everything they could to try to keep me from knowing my identity. Okay, so in order to do that, they had to make sure that I didn't look like the rest of them. So they started changing things. Okay, they did a lot of stuff. They taught. So I had taught how to do certain things, right? But then these folks came over and start taking over those things I taught and created their own thing. That's the best way I can explain it. Okay. So, hold on one second. I can't with this energy. That's it. If you do not get on my energy, we're going to have a drug. Yeah. Somebody cursing me out. It's the person I did in my other video, my live. Yes, child. She's pissed. But anyway, we're going to get off of that. So, yeah, her energy is like, yeah, so the energy of all of this is basically this. They tainted me, all right? Over time, somehow, they tainted me. So, they tainted me. So, what happened was this. They had me to have sex with these different people, okay? They had me to have sex with different people. And over time, as you know, you have kids and stuff, they start changing. So what happened was I was raped, okay? I was raped. And I was raped by a white person, and then I had a mixed child. Then I was raped by someone of the Asian community or race, and I with my mixed child, and that's how it happened over time. So it's like the kids had got caught up into the process. That's how it happened. So when y'all look at people of the Indian tribe, look at them. They're mixed between a white, black, and Asian. Look at the hair. Look at the eyes. All right. Then on top of that, go look at how they operate. All right. There's nothing against y'all, but also look at Hawaiians. Y'all all in the same. Hawaiians, y'all just, you know, that's your cousins, the Asians. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, when it comes to that the Chinese, Korean, Japanese, at this present time, I can't tell the difference. And I don't want anyone to think that's funny or anything. I know what I need to know when I need to know it. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know what the difference is. I haven't seen y'all together. I'm not sure how that operates. I know something there, but I still never found out. Okay, so I want y'all to take that the wrong way. I'm gonna always be honest with you. Eventually, I'm gonna figure all this stuff out. But I know what I need to know when I need to know it. But all I know is y'all came over here, and y'all dibble dabble too. So the Indians, y'all literally a mix of everything. Okay, y'all like the rainbow. Y'all a mix of everything. But y'all main three is black, white, and Asian. Or I think, yeah, all of that is the same. Yeah, that's what y'all are. Y'all not pure. Y'all are far from it. Okay? The reason why they did what they did was they lied. So the white folks, they came in and lied and told y'all that, you know, the cowboys and the Indians. So there was some type of agreement for y'all to be able to keep the land. But if y'all notice that when someone come onto that land, what happens? You can get cursed. Doesn't it kind of make sense with me? And then at the same time, the reason why y'all heritage took over because they promised y'all the land. If y'all pretend that this was your land and not mine, all right? If you pretend it's your land and not mine, then y'all could keep stuff for free. It's literally like that. That would have been y'all's. That was y'all payment, y'all down payment. And when it comes to casinos, ask yourself, why do they put casinos on Indian land? Because it's a bless, they use it as a blessing because of my energy. I'm abundance. I'm blessings. So that's why they try to do it, because they hope that they can receive more money. It's like I'm the golden finger, the golden nugget, the thing. That's why they try to do that. Because as long as they had my energy bound to that area, then they felt like they was going to be abundant. Okay? So when the Indians do these things, that's what it was. So my original family that was in Africa gave them that energy and say, hey, we got y'all. As long as you keep her from knowing who she is and y'all continue doing y'all spiritual voodoo, hoodoo, and all of that, she would never know. That was what it was told to them. So that's why they came and started helping them out to learn more about the demonic side of the voodoo, hoodoo, and all of that. We all know how they do that stuff. Just like the Mexicans, Spanish people, all of y'all are in that same twine. Remember I told you, the Hispanics, the Indians, the Hawaiians, all of y'all family. Y'all family. Y'all not separate. Y'all family. Go look at yourself. Y'all look like distant, like y'all look like cousins. Okay? No different than when I just said the Koreans, the Asians, and the Chinese. It's the same thing. You understand me? Look at the hair. Look at all of it. It makes sense. All right, let's take it down a notch or take it up a notch, whichever direction you want to go in. When you look at Indians and when they do their traditional like dances and stuff, the rain dance, all of that, go look at Africans and how they do their spiritual traditions. Go look at the Asians and when they do their spiritual dancing traditions. And then go look at the white folks and look how they do their stuff. Throw all of them together and you got you a fruit cocktail. I'm sorry, I didn't mean like that. I'm just saying, it's a mixture. Enjoy it. It is what it is. It is what it is. The reason why United States is the way it is because the whole land was cursed because of me. That's it. It ain't the fact that I cursed it. The family line cursed it. So let me go another step. Ask yourself, when it comes to black people, why is it that the darker the person, folks look down at y'all compared to someone that's lighter? Because the family line was trying to corrupt me so much, they didn't want me to have attention. You see, I glow up and stuff. They didn't want me to have the attention. I wasn't trying to have attention. I was trying to be incognito. I don't like the attention. So I try to be to myself. But the more they did to hurt me, the more I stood out. So what happened is, now from this, they got pissed off because I started looking like this. And they couldn't stand it because they didn't like the fact that I was getting attention. And so that's why that happened. But when, how can I say it, later on down the lane, they was able to alter their own race, their own thing. Okay? So, when it comes down to it, bloodline-wise, it's all tainted. Okay? It's all tainted because they needed to look like me. They needed to be able to feel like they can overtake me and get all the attention, all of this and all of that. And I hope what I'm saying making sense. So that's why we have the issue when it comes to races and colors and all that other stuff. So only reason why I am who I am is because my spirit has never been tainted. So spiritually, okay, how can I say it? My original spirit was tainted. I am a reincarnated spirit. So when this body went through the spiritual process, because of who I am, I was able to recreate a new spirit within myself. I was that powerful that I created a new spirit inside myself. So when they stole my spirit, these people out there, they didn't know that I was able to create one and build that spirit up. So let's go back. When it comes to Ye, when he did his thing and signed off on that little contract, his spirit came into mine. Okay? That's how they was able to keep me bound in this round. Okay? But they didn't bank that I was going to help get him to heal his spirit. They didn't bank on that. So that's how the spirit was reincarnated. Oh, that makes sense. Does it make sense? Do we make sense? We make sense. Okay, that's how it happened. Because when spirits come to me, so, okay, let me break it down like this. When a person sells their soul, spirits go back out into different locations, okay? And they swap out. But because of the bloodline that I have, all right? Because y'all found out his bloodline was free, all right? My bloodline was cursed. So, because my bloodline was cursed, that's what happened, okay? Because once you sell your soul, your bloodline, you know, that curses you. So, it went to me. And mine went to his to keep him still purified, okay? And that's what they was banking on. So, when it comes back to this land and how everything was, it's literally because they was keeping a curse on me. The whole land was free, y'all. The whole land was free. But the origin of everything, they cursed us. And that's why you have slaves and you have free people. Because of what they did long time ago. So, yeah. I think that's good enough. So, I'm going to just say it like this. I know what I'm saying might kind of be all, but not saying what I'm saying is wrong. It's just, like I said, sometimes when I do my videos, it don't flow the way I want it, but when I go back, it sounds right. So, right at this moment, I'm like, I don't know if they're going to understand what I just said, but I'm going to still post it. So, to summarize, the Indian people, unfortunately, y'all not the originals. Okay, and majority, there's a lot of y'all still out here, but y'all white now. That's all. Y'all white. Majority of y'all are white now. That's it. Because of the what is it, procreation? Keep recreating. Yeah, y'all end up mixing with white folks. That's it. They're out there. The y'all, but y'all with the white folks. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Excuse me, but that's why you can't tell that much, because there was a point in time where I had worked with a person that said he had Indian in him, and you couldn't tell unless you look at him kind of like, yeah, squinch my eye. Yeah, but he was Indian. So, again, yeah, this whole land, none of this was y'all's. But, you know, it is what it is. So let me say this. I know when it comes to colleges and certain places and certain things, y'all was able to get a lot of free stuff. Okay? All you had to do, throw up there, I'm Indian and I can get this, I can get that, and da. Well, I don't want to alarm you, but we got to make changes on some things. And it's not so much taking something away. We just want to make everything equal across the board. That's all. Okay? We all going to work for what we're supposed to have. And, you know, and we're going to do what's right. My thing is this. I know everyone had, like, traditions and stuff. And it's like, but these are my people and that and stuff. And we don't want nobody to mess with our stuff. I get it. You know, you go to some of these communities and folks don't know how to take care of their own communities. So you got your own community. You're like, we know our people. We got our traditions. We got our stuff. We don't want people to come roll up on us and try to screw up our traditions. But I'm letting you know, all the traditions are lies. They are lies. It was basically where, because of the situation came to me, everybody came around and made up falsified stuff just to keep me out. That's it. A lot of this stuff that y'all got, that y'all know about, It was just to keep me from knowing who I am. That's why in a lot of these museums, they talk about slaves over and over again, over and over and over again. And they talk about all this stuff because they needed to find ways to keep me bound, keep me stuck. And if I don't have memories of the things that represent who I am, then how will I know who I am? So a lot of the truths about me are hidden, or was hidden. A lot of stuff about to come out. But a lot of the things that I done a long time ago throughout history that had my blood, sweat, and tears on throughout whatever form, whatever body I was in, they took and hid. Because whatever I physically can touch and do certain things to, it has energy. And they didn't need me, they didn't want, because what happens is this, anything that I touch, when I don't care if I'm looking at it on my phone, if I see it, I can feel it. Yes, I can feel any truths of, like, I don't care if it's stuff like encrypted on walls, like in Egypt and all of that. When they go down under, oh yeah, I can feel it. I can feel my energy on it, on all of it. Yes, and it tells me stories. It lets me know what's going on. That's why I said on another video, I said some places y'all should not go into, but y'all found out the wrong way. That's why a lot of y'all are getting attacked spiritually, because y'all went and screwed with some people that I told you don't mess with, but you felt like you want to be froggy and you leaped. So, yeah, so that's the thing. Anything that represented me to, like, they knew my energy, could feel it. And they try to hide me. They try to hide a lot. But it's cool. It's all good. I ain't mad at you. You know, it is what it is. I get it. You wanted to feel important. All right. There you go. Y'all had y'all time. Now it's time for me to clear up shop and let's get back on track. All right. Everybody, don't matter who you are today, everybody in y'all mama, all right, had an opportunity somewhere in y'all lives to feel important. Don't matter what this lifetime or the past. Okay, now y'all know you're special. You're all special. Okay, now it's time for us all to be educated. So we're gonna all mosey on to this little old school bus and pack it like some clowns. Because we need to just laugh at this mess. It is what it is. I know you probably like, why laugh at it? You want me to be mad? I can get mad. You know, I can. You know, you don't want that. Because you can put all y'all thoughts together and mine will still outrun y'all's. So take me as a happy person. And let's go along with that. Okay. So, in this process, we're going to learn a lot more. I'm learning more about myself as well. And it is what it is. I ain't mad at no one. I'm not. It is what it is, okay? But we need truth. And there's going to be changes. You know, just bear with me through this process. My energy already doing a lot of things out here. And don't run from it. Walk towards it. The more you run from it, the more that you're going to be stressed. I'm going to be stressed out. And I'm going to say this. Don't be mad at your family, okay? I need to get this chair. Don't be mad at your family, okay? And what I mean by that is when it comes to like traditions and stuff, a lot of y'all family's going to start telling y'all stuff. The ones that still have an opportunity to know. You're going to find out who your real family are and stuff because some of y'all ain't in the right families. Yes, all right? But if they treating you good, then good for you. If they not, you know, it is what it is. Ain't no need to be mad. I'm not. I'm still in the house with the two people that been trying to take me out every single day. I just mosey on by with my bright smile and my amazing light and keep it pushing. It is what it is. You understand? I can do it. You can too. We're going to learn. All right? And we're going to learn as much as possible. It's time for us to get back into our family trees and figure out different things. So you can tell your current kids or so they can tell their future kids who is the family, what bloodlines and different things. Okay? It's time for us to get back into that, passing down the knowledge of who the family is, so you know what's going on. Because a lot of families paved the way for a lot of stuff, but no one knows about it because certain people took over and put their name on that stuff. And I'm not sitting here blaming it all on white people either, because there was blacks in time that set back because they were with certain organizations and put somebody else in the seats when it was actually somebody else that actually done the missions. I'm just saying, you know, it is what it is. And it's time for the right ones to be recognized for that as well. You know, we're going to focus on the positive. We all know there were slaves. We all know y'all still, okay, we're trying to get y'all out of the slave mentality. But slavery, we know enough about that. All right? Don't y'all think it's time for us to let that go? It's like, and that goes for all races and whatever you want to call yourselves. It's time to let go of the slave part. You understand? We all know what bondage looked like. We all been there. All right? It's time to let go of that part of history, and let's put the positive parts of history out. You understand? Ask yourself, don't you want to know more about the positive stuff now? So when you talk to the kids, just put it like this, and I'm going to let all of this go. In order for a person that truly went through this process in the world to become great, you know they had to go through trials and tribulations. Okay? We know that. Anyone that have put their true blood, sweat, and tears into society, wherever that may be around the world, knows they had to go have trials and tribulation. They had to go against the grain. Because only a strong leader goes against the grain to become something new. You understand me? You don't need to sit there and see somebody getting their behind toe up to know it. Alright? We all been through it. All of our behinds been toe up one way or another. Either physically, either physically, emotionally, or mentally. And some of us, all three. We know in order to be destined for greatness, you have to put the work in within yourself. And I ain't talking about still killing, destroying someone. Okay? I'm talking about really putting the sweat and tears in to become something excellent in this world. So it's time for us to get out of slave mentality, and the only way we can get out of that is getting to see the growth, getting to see the outcomes of knowing that people really are making differences in the world. We need to start. It's no different if somebody, and I know I'm kind of jumping topics, but bear with me. It's like we need to put more people, congratulate more people that are in the backgrounds out here. Because if it wasn't for the people in the background, the ones that's in the front won't even be seen or recognized. So we need to come together. All right? We all a big fruit cocktail. All right? You can be whatever type of fruit you want to be. Okay? And once we put it together, we can make it as a cake and we can all eat it together. So when it comes to this whole thing about who's who, what, when, where, all of this, all of that, it is what it is. All right? It's time for us to know the truth. And it's time to bring our families back together the right way. The only way we can do that the right way is stop boxing in the ring. And let's have a reunion and dance together. On that note, have a blessed day.